Oh, remember the mistake is I remember when I first came in Quran, we couldn't get one leaf to do. We couldn't get tulsi to do. We couldn't get flowers. My first journey in this country was one of the market. And when I started doing puja, there was nothing to make fighting, so I didn't give no fighting to you. But still bought 4 carnation flower. I gave him the first one and I did the circle. I give the second one, I do sustain. And I watch the crowd and I watch the big only get people over there. And Guyana, we don't break the flower either. Right? So what must I do now? Anyway, I decided to break the flower. I break the flower and I use it and I did the puja. After the puja was over, Basil went across to me and sat down and eat, and I was sitting here. Somebody asked Basil, and I'll tell you who is that person. He's not here today, I don't think so. That person is Dev Palsing. Because Dev Palsing introduced me to the Reverend family. And Dev Pal asked Basil, loud enough for me to hear, how the Pandit doing puja. He said, man, I'm doing puja. But I'm going to put a thing on my hand. Right? And when he said that word, immediately he said, hey, tell me where you get here and put on your hand. Right? He said, that's true, that's true. Then I made it a duty. I have an uncle, Chacha, in New York. He was here before me. Pandit Money. Pandit Srinaran, you are right, those of you who knows him. I called him and said, John, I had a problem today. I went to do a jandi and I did not have to make my tea anymore. He said, oh, my second train, right, I can't wait. So we said, here, afterwards, when we started to buy flowers, we just get that little palm black thing inside, we started to use that. But to cut the story short, mandirs and Southern when you meet a guy, you need to feel happy. Today, we are very fortunate that Jersey City alone has more than 4 or 5 pandits now. 8, but wow. 8 pandits, right? That's indeed very good. Those days we did not have hall to go to wedding and so. We do everything quietly in an apartment. Now everybody is fortunate, their family grew, they bought homes, and everything is okay. Children achieve. And so my dear devotees, I am very proud that most of the people I see in this mandir, we all started from nowhere, and we all grew and achieved something together. It is said a man should not be proud of anything, but sometimes it's good to sit back and watch. I came here with just $15, and you met people, you made friends and family, and you were able to extend that relationship and that bond. And so, my dear devotees, once again, in my closing sermon, I started reading to you from the Isha Upanishad. And the first sloka I read to you, in a gist means that everything we see in this world was created by God. It is said, one day God sat by himself And he decided to create this universe. We hear of Janamashmi, we hear of Ram Navami, we hear of Hanuman Jayanti, but we ever hear about Shiva Ashtami or Shiva Navami? No. Because Lord Shiva exists forever. The Hindu calendar is divided into two parts. 15 days dark night and 15 days moonlight, which we call Krishna Pash and Shukla Pash. 15 and 15 is only 30. What happens when you want 50 days and you don't want to carry 30 days? In these 15 days, on the 13th day, going into the 14th day of the dark part of the day, is called Shiva Trayodasi. Some calendar carry as Pradoshi. That day, whichever day it falls on, is very auspicious to do the one Shiva. When most puja should be done in the bright part of the month, Bhagwan Shiva puja is done in the dark part of the month. Any day that is the Ashtami, which is the 8th day, or the Navami, which is the 9th day, in the dark part of the month or the moonlight part of the month, is also very auspicious to do Mother Durga puja, do Lakshmi puja or Saraswati puja. When the Shiva Trayodasi comes and we celebrate that one day, it is said that the extra days keep accumulating. And do you all know which is the last breath we celebrate as Hindus? Let me see if I have any smart thing. Which is the last part we celebrate as Hindus? The last part we celebrate as Hindus is Maha Shivratri. All the days accumulate into what we call the 12th day month in the month, and it becomes Maha Shivratri, the dark night of Lord Shiva. So you don't have to be confused. The calendar said this day, calendar said the other day. You check new moon, check 15, 13 days dark night, go to 14 days, and you do your puja. You don't have to be confused when is Diwali, right? Because Diwali is always in the Amavas of the month of Kartik, right? The dark part of the month, going to the new moon in the month of Kartik, right? All you have to do now is to try to familiarize yourself of the Hindu calendar in months. And when this happens, Shivaji, it is said, remains. When Mahapralaya takes place, and there is total dissolution, and the world is no more, it remains in what we call a Jyotir light, a light, which is called a Jyotir Lingam. And when the desire of God to recreate this world, it is that Jyotirlingam, through the Shakti of Durga Ma, that creation takes place. Haven't we heard that once the world was in utter darkness, and God decided that He must create this world? And what is the first word? Let there be light. That is why in today Shanti or peace chant, the first line says, Asatoma Satgamaya. The word asat means untruth. And you want to be led to truth. It's like you come into this mandir, you do not know where you're going. Right? And so you ask somebody, "Why I'm going to Vishnu Mandir, how can I get there?" Somebody tell you take the bus and come to Kennedy Boulevard. Somebody say come over here. Right? Somebody tell you walk, and you walk this class. And you get confused. But when you reach any mandir, the sense of satisfaction is, I have achieved my purpose. And that is why, not until we know we are all in darkness. And that is what the human life is meant for. From darkness, lead me to light. What light? Not that you're locked up in a room and somebody come with a key and open it and say, "Hey, what's that now?" No. And all of us are in darkness. Right? They will say, the dog baby and a cat baby take 21 days before they will see. When they say human being when they're born, from the same time they must see. Right? But some people till they're dead, they still see nothing. Eh? That's why when you drive the antique car, you see what I want to do? You put on thing called braces. Why you think when they hit Dula, get married and do it, get married, or they put Patori, a little thing. Because they try to control them from now. From today, now what we are. What they Dula was one side and Dula was one side. Now what? Do what's before now. Right? Reconciliate with him. And so the desire that there be light. When light was created by the devotees, light is in the form of the sun and the moon and fire. Light by itself cannot stay because they got this light ahead, they serve me with purpose, they can see. They're not going to leave you. So from light comes heat. And so what God had to do after He created light, He had to create something to keep light under control. And so water was created. And you all know, maybe I can test Nanda now, if there is too much light in the body, or too much heat in the body, they get what you call hypertension. And if you get too much water in the body, they will call them low pressure. Right? Water and light or heat and water in the body, they use a big medical term. Right? You are right. I want to play a little something for you. Everything got to be in a thing we call equilibrium. Right? Equal percentage. They say it's normal body. But when one is lower than the other one, you get low pressure or you get high pressure. Right? And even when you go low pressure and high pressure, then comes pneumonia. Okay? So, in order to quiet heat or keep heat cool, God created water. But when water was created, like I mentioned to you earlier one night, water is liquid. And water cannot stay by itself. So God had to do something else. Who knows what God had to do there? Eh? To hold water together, God had to create mountains and valleys, earth. When earth was created by the devotees, earth could not stay by itself. All of you who used to plant rice field and they make the bed, right? I'm in living rainfall. What has happened? Eh? Did that bed not break? So the old people in Guyana start planting and tree and by gun, but it not break. Similarly, when God realized that earth could not stay by itself, He had to create vegetation, plants. But even the plants could not stay by itself. The plants could not grow by themselves because plants need what you call pollination, right? So what God had to do, He had to create insects, creatures, reptiles. Having created all of this, well, Akash or Ida was already there. The sky was already there. And so when the five things were created, just like when you make one bowl, and you said, today we're going to have this. Right? They will never eat something right. When you make takari, today when everybody wants to praise, when they make something or do something. Right? There's a commission I'm saying yesterday. Right? They feel happy and all about that. But it's not from very good. If one of them make mistake and say, but you talk nonsense. You know what I'm going to shut you up.
Shut.
Everybody wants to be praised. And so God Himself praised back and He watched His creation. He said, you know what? I need someone to enjoy my creation. And the moment that desire came, right, Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati had to come together, which we call the Ardhangani form. You see a picture with Mother Shiva, Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, half man, half woman? Yes. Negative and positive separate, current cannot go. Come together, current can flow. A man is called Ashakti, and a lady is called Shakti. Not until the union of man and woman, creation cannot take place. That is why, in our Hindu marriage, if you remember the story, when Raja Dashrath took Ram to Janakpur, Raja Janak, you know what is called Janmas? Raja Janak turned to Raja Dashrath. He said, Raja, I do not have land, I do not have cattle, I do not have property, I do not have wealth. But I do have a daughter who is in Lakshmi of my home. And that Lakshmi I will transfer to your home later in Kanyada. The moment Raja Janak said those words, Raja Dashrath told him, beggar. He said, stop. A man can give anything, but the man who is receiving have to take it and be content. O Raja Janak, it is true, you're giving me your Lakshmi. But having given me your Lakshmi, you'll make my generation proud. Because my son will be able to prove his manhood. Without your daughter, my son is only my son. And by marriage, he will be able to prove his manhood. And as such, he will keep the flag of the Raghuvans flying. That's why only sons that